Morning students, welcome back to computer science classes of class 12. In this session, we will be covering the rest portion of the interface of Python with an SQL database. We will learn how to create the table, then how to change the table structure, how to search records, how to fetch all records, then one record, then how to delete the records and update the records at runtime. Now let us see how to create table at runtime. So before creating the table at runtime, what we need to do is we have to open our Python shell and open our MySQL. In the MySQL, you have to create a database named school. Now after that, what we have to do in the Python shell, we have to write this code, import mysql.connector. In the next line, we have to write mydb. This one will come in the next line. MyDB equal to mysql.connector.connect, host equal to localhost, user equal to root, password equal to root, and database equal to school. These two lines are common for any time, whatever program you want to write to connect or have an interface of Python with database. Then we will create our cursor object with this statement, my cursor equal to mydb.cursor, and then my cursor.execute. This is the important line which is going to be changed every time depending upon the type of statement you want to execute or type of SQL query you want to execute. The query which you want to execute, that has to be written with in quotations inside the execute function. When you will run this program, you will find that the program or the table named student with columns with the three different fields like roll number, name, and age will be created in your school database. Hope this is clear. Now in the next one, how to change table structure, that is how to add, edit, or remove a column of a table. So to modify the structure of the table, we just have to use alter table query. All of you know it. So in the same way, like in the previous program, what we have done, import mysql.connector, then this mysql.connector.connect and establishing the connection. Then we have to create the cursor object, and finally we have to use this query, that is alter table student, add marks in. So I am adding a column called marks with int size, with int data type and 3 size. And then what we are doing, we are executing a DES student query with which we will get the description of that student table. And finally we have to do what? We have to call this. We have to call this function. So for that, what we are doing, we are using a for loop, x in my cursor and print x. So in my cursor, whatever data we are having, that will be printed with the help of a for loop. Now how to search? For searching, what we will be doing, we will be using our select command. Over here you can see we will be using the select command where name equal to plus nm plus. Why plus nm plus we have used? This is the way we have to use a variable. Just see, it is a user interface. We have written nm equal to input enter name because it is a string, so we haven't used any other data type. So input, enter name, and then name. So in front of name and after that nm, that both the variables we have to use plus, and since it is a string, so we have to again use a double quotation. Hope this is clear to you all. And in the same way, like previously, we have used this for loop for x in my cursor print x. With this, the whole data will be printed, whichever is been selected. Now, how to fetch? We have got some methods in MySQL to fetch the information. The first one we are going to use is fetch all. For fetching all, what we are going to do, first we are going to execute the select query, and then with the help of the myCursor object, we are going to use a function called fetch all. Fetch all will give you the whole record. This method of fetches all rows of a query result set and returns a tuples. If no more rows are available, then it will return a empty list. Hope this is clear. In the same way, like fetch all, we have got fetch one and fetch many. Like we have got fetch all, in the same way we have used, just see over here, we have used myCursor.fetch1. So this will give you only single element of that particular row. Okay, so you can see that this method retrieves the next row of a query result set and returns a single sequence. So particular sequence will be given. But when I'll be using this fetch many method, then what I'll get, this method will fetch the next set of rows of query result and returns a list of tuples. And in the same way, how your fetch all works, that it will return you no more rows. If nothing is available, then it will give you an empty list. So hope the difference between the fetch all, fetch many and fetch one is clear to you all. Now how to delete the record? The same way, the whole program is same, whole line of code is same. Just the difference is you have to execute a delete command or delete statement inside that execute function and then commit. This commit is a transaction control command that all of you know, with which it will be committed that this particular delete statement is finished, is done. So to transact, for database transaction, we have to use this commit statement. Moving to the next slide, if I want to update, the same way, again the first three lines are same. First is the importing the MySQL connector, then establishing the connection, and then creation of the cursor object. First three line, and the second last line, that is we have to execute the command, execute the statement for the update, or the update query has to be there, and at last we have to use our commit statement. So with this, we are going to update the marks of person who has got roll number 2 and marks as 99. For reference, you can refer Sumita Arora and one more website which is very useful, that is python.mykvs.in. With this, I am closing this session. I hope the video was fruitful and enjoying. Stay tuned for the upcoming slides.